How do you say now in Chinese?
现在，现在，现在。
How do you say how many in Chinese?
几，几，几。
How do you say o'clock in Chinese?
点，点，点。
How do you say what's the time now in Chinese?
现在几点？现在几点？现在几点？
How do you say minute in Chinese?
分，分，分。
How do you say it's 10 past 8 in Chinese?
现在8:10。现在8:10。现在8:10。
How do you say morning in Chinese?
早上，早上，早上。
How do you say morning before noon in Chinese?
上午，上午，上午。
How do you say noon in Chinese?
中午，中午，中午。
How do you say afternoon in Chinese?
下午，下午，下午。
How do you say evening, night in Chinese?
晚上，晚上，晚上。
How do you say 7 a.m. in Chinese?
早上7点，早上7点，早上7点。
How do you say 6:05 a.m. in Chinese?
早上6:05。早上6:05。早上6:05。
How do you say 10:15 a.m. in Chinese?
上午10:15。上午10:15。上午10:15。
How do you say 12 o'clock noon in Chinese?
中午12点。中午12点。中午12点。
How do you say 3:30 p.m. in Chinese?
下午3:30。下午3:30。下午3:30。
How do you say 8:45 p.m. in Chinese?
晚上8:45。晚上8:45。晚上8:45。
How do you say you in Chinese?
你，你，你。
How do you say to go in Chinese?
去，去，去。
How do you say where in Chinese?
哪儿？哪儿？哪儿？
How do you say where are you going in Chinese?
你去哪儿？你去哪儿？你去哪儿？
How do you say I, me in Chinese?
我，我，我。
How do you say to look at, to see, to watch, to read in Chinese?
看，看，看。
How do you say film, movie in Chinese?
电影，电影，电影。
How do you say I'm going to see a movie in Chinese?
我去看电影。我去看电影。我去看电影。
How do you say school in Chinese?
学校，学校，学校。
How do you say I go to school in Chinese?
我去学校。我去学校。我去学校。
How do you say what time do you go to the movies in Chinese?
你几点去看电影？你几点去看电影？你几点去看电影？
How do you say what time do you go to school in Chinese?
你几点去学校？你几点去学校？你几点去学校？
How do you say what in Chinese?
什么？什么？什么？
How do you say time, moment in Chinese?
时候，时候，时候。
How do you say when in Chinese?
什么时候？什么时候？什么时候？
How do you say when do you go to school in Chinese?
你什么时候去学校？你什么时候去学校？你什么时候去学校？
How do you say to come, go back, to return in Chinese?
回，回，回。
How do you say family, home in Chinese?
家，家，家。
How do you say when will you come home in Chinese?
你什么时候回家？你什么时候回家？你什么时候回家？
How do you say to eat a meal in Chinese?
吃饭，吃饭，吃饭。
How do you say breakfast in Chinese?
早饭，早饭，早饭。
How do you say
lunch,
in Chinese?
午饭，午饭，午饭。
How do you say dinner in Chinese?
晚饭，晚饭，晚饭。
How do you say we, us in Chinese?
我们，我们，我们。
How do you say
they, them,
in Chinese?
他们，他们，他们。
How do you say what time do you have breakfast in Chinese?
你几点吃早饭？你几点吃早饭？你几点吃早饭？
How do you say what time do they have lunch in Chinese?
他们几点吃午饭？他们几点吃午饭？他们几点吃午饭？
How do you say what time do we have dinner in Chinese?
我们几点吃晚饭？我们几点吃晚饭？我们几点吃晚饭？